So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to do a little bit with text. We did not really work on that. But let's say you want to personalize something. So with a free account, you don't have a ton of free fonts. So any of these, again, with the green A, are free with a paid account. But you can filter by the free fonts. It's not letting me scroll here. Or you can just stick with the basics. The other thing, and honestly, like this is where I get like my Bills font from and a lot of fun fonts, is you can go to this website. It is called DaFont, DaFont. And these are all free accounts or free fonts, I should say. So you can get really overwhelmed because there are literally 81,000 fonts. But you can look for certain ones and search. So I believe the Bills font is called Bills Mafia. But let's see here. Bills Mafia. Yeah, none of these really look like it. Let's see if I search Bills Mafia. There it is. So that's a Bills font. So this is the font I use anytime I'm personalizing anything for Bills. So if you click download for the font, you obviously want to know where it is downloading to. So I'm going to save it. It's going to come in as a zip file. So I'm going to open that up. I'm going to double click it and I'm going to click install. So I already have this font. Sure, I'll replace it. So what this is doing is this is installing to the device that you're on. So let's say you're on Tammy's computer. It's going to install on Tammy's computer, but then if you log on to Lori's computer, it is not going to transfer over. So when you download these fonts, it doesn't stay in your Cricut account. It's if you're on a different device. So you have to be on the device that you're using to be able to access it. So I just installed it. Now here's what's going to happen. The Cricut is not going to know that it's here yet because you need to close out of it. So I'm actually going to have to sign out and it's going to ask me if I want to save this. So we'll say yes. This is sample. We'll save this. Always save. And it'll always prompt you, but always save whatever you're working on so you don't obviously lose your work. So now I am going to log back in. Cricut is being super, super glitchy right now. So I'm going to log back into Cricut. Click sign in. And now I'm going to go back to the project that I was working on. My stuff. I'm going to go to sample. I'm going to customize it unless I'm ready right away to make this, which I'm not. So I'm going to customize this. And now what I'm going to do is for fonts, I can narrow by system. And it's going to bring up like things that you have in like other programs on your computer. So you want to make sure you know the name of the font that you downloaded. So I downloaded Bills Mafia. There it is. So I'm going to click that. And now when I click out of my font, the name has turned into whatever font I downloaded. So personally, like I prefer to use DaFont over any of the fonts that Cricut comes with. It has, like I said, 81,000. You have like a million and one choices. So it's really nice to be able to have that control over what you do. If you say, you know what, that's just an extra step, I'd rather just pay $10 a month for an account. The paid fonts are also, really cool for your projects. So let's say for whatever reason, I'm making a shirt and you don't obviously have to have it laid out on this actual Cricut canvas the way that you're going to lay it out on your shirt or whatever it is that you're making. I'm going to delete this guy because he's distracting me. So if this is what I want on my shirt, then I would just go click make, and again, it's going to divide it onto 3 mats because I have 3 colors. Let's say I want Tammy to match the blue that I already have. It's going to give me my material colors, meaning the colors that are already on my canvas, and that way I'm now gonna, if I click make it, it's going to sort it into a blue and a red mat. Some of the blues are really, really close. I'm clicking on mat. It's always going to be on mat. Some of the blues are really similar, so always use the system ones so that it matches the ones, unless for whatever reason you want a different blue. Like we did with our wine glasses. So let's say, okay, we want to have a wine glass of this, and we also want to have a t-shirt of this. If I want to duplicate the whole thing, I'm holding down my left mouse button and I'm highlighting the entire thing. I can duplicate that entire image. Okay. So now I have this duplicated, and let's say, and I want to again move it all together. What I want to do is I want to make this one on this left side on a wine glass, this right side on a shirt. I don't obviously want these on the same mats then, right? Because this is going to be my permanent vinyl and this is going to be my heat transfer vinyl. So what I'm going to do then to separate the mats is I am going to change the colors. And again, it does not matter what the colors are as long as they are different from the ones that you are cutting a different vinyl with. So let's say I want to have it to still, the buffalo body and the name to still match. This way, though, when I go to make it, it's now going to separate me onto 4 different mats. So I'm going to have to know in my head, okay, the red mat and the blue mat are my permanent vinyl. Okay. The orange and the green are my t-shirt mats, which again, if that was truly the case, I would click mirror for my t-shirt mats. The other thing